If you're over 60, prepare to discover one small, seemingly innocent habit that could silently escalate your risk of a stroke while you sleep. Imagine this: no warning, no pain, just one moment you're perfectly fine, and the next you struggle to lift your arm, your speech slurs, or your balance vanishes entirely. As a brain doctor, I've witnessed far too many older adults endure this terrifying experience, and often it's not due to the usual suspects like smoking, poor diet, or lack of exercise. No, it's because of something they sincerely believed was helping them: vitamins. Yes, really, vitamins. Every single day, millions of seniors faithfully take supplements, hoping to fortify their bones, ignite their energy, or keep their precious memory razor sharp. And while many of these can genuinely offer benefits, some, particularly in excessive doses or when consumed at the wrong time, can stealthily jeopardize your brain. Today, I am going to gently guide you through 5 common vitamins that might silently amplify your risk of stroke, dangerous brain bleeds, or sudden unwelcome blood pressure surges, especially during the fragile early morning hours when your brain is most susceptible. If your current supplement routine includes vitamin D, E, B6, A, or even niacin, this conversation could truly be a lifesaver for you. Before we dive deep, I'd love to know, have you ever paused to question if your vitamins might actually be doing more harm than good? Type 1 in the comments if you're eager to uncover more, or 0 if this entire revelation is new to you. And if the profound importance of brain health resonates with you or someone you cherish, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to Health 365, your trusted source for honest, science-backed tips specifically curated for older adults. Now, let's unravel the most surprising revelation of all. We begin with vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. What you're about to discover could transform a seemingly restful night's sleep into a perilous one. You've undoubtedly heard of its benefits: for robust bones, a cheerful mood, and even a resilient immune system. And in moderation, all that is absolutely true. But here's the critical piece of information most seniors are never privy to. An excess of vitamin D, particularly when ingested before bed, can quietly elevate your risk of a stroke. I understand this sounds alarming, but I've observed this very scenario play out with my own patients. Consider Mr. Walter, a spry 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. He was intelligent, remarkably disciplined, and deeply committed to his health. Every morning, like clockwork, he meticulously arranged his daily supplements, among them a formidable 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule purchased freely over the counter. He was utterly convinced he was protecting his bones, unaware that this seemingly innocuous routine was gradually, imperceptibly steering his body towards a silent catastrophe. One quiet morning, his wife found him disoriented. His speech was unclear, and his right arm hung limp. A stroke. Overnight. Subsequent lab tests revealed alarmingly high calcium levels, arteries as stiff as ancient pipes, and erratic blood pressure. The unsuspecting culprit? Vitamin D toxicity. You see, when you consume high doses of vitamin D, especially without precise medical oversight, it triggers an excessive accumulation of calcium in your bloodstream. Your body, struggling to process this surge, deposits the surplus into your arteries, causing them to stiffen and constrict. And where precisely do you imagine this path can lead? Straight to a blood clot, lodging itself directly in your brain. As we age, our arteries naturally lose their pliability. Add in factors like dehydration, compromised sleep quality, and a calcium spike precisely at night, and you've inadvertently forged a perfect storm for a stroke. The truly terrifying aspect? There are often no preliminary warning signs. You drift off to sleep feeling entirely normal, only to awaken to a life fundamentally, irrevocably changed. And here's another fact many don't know. Numerous over-the-counter vitamin D supplements available in the US contain quantities far exceeding what older adults genuinely require. We see bottles proudly proclaiming 5,000 IU, even 10,000 IU. People ingest these daily, clinging to the misguided belief that more equals better. Yet, studies consistently indicate that even 2,000 IU daily can be excessive if you are not truly deficient. Allow me to state this unequivocally. If you are currently taking vitamin D, particularly in conjunction with calcium supplements or heart medications, it is absolutely paramount to have your blood levels monitored regularly, and always take it in the morning, never before bedtime. Do you know the precise international units, IUs, your current supplement contains? Type D in the comments if you're taking vitamin D right now. Let's foster an open, vital dialogue. If this information has prompted you to reconsider your routine, please share the gift of awareness by liking this video to help others discover it too. If that last revelation surprised you, just wait. The next vitamin is widely adopted for purported heart health benefits, yet in older adults, it can precipitate something far more menacing than a clot, a brain bleed. Let's unravel the enigma of vitamin E, frequently lauded as the heart helper. If you've been incorporating it into your regimen for years, you are certainly not alone. Countless individuals over 60 embrace vitamin E, convinced it will bolster their heart, enhance circulation, perhaps even sharpen their memory and improve skin vitality. However, here's the critical caveat that conveniently omits itself from the bottle label. An excess of vitamin E, particularly when combined with common heart medications, can drastically elevate your risk of a spontaneous hemorrhage within the brain. Yes, even if you meticulously adhere to all other healthy practices. Allow me to recount a poignant story I will never erase from my memory. Mrs. Evelyn Brooks, a spry 81-year-old retired librarian from Ohio. She was wonderfully sharp, intellectually witty, and perpetually had a beloved book cradled in her hand. Mrs. Brooks had a heart valve condition and was diligently prescribed warfarin, a ubiquitous blood thinner. Her medical team scrupulously monitored every aspect of her health. Her blood work was impeccable and her blood pressure remained steadfast. But one day, she happened upon a bottle of natural vitamin E, prominently advertised in a popular magazine. Each capsule boasted an imposing 800 IU. I truly believed it would enhance my memory and circulation, she confided in me. A mere 3 weeks later, she was rushed to the emergency room, grappling with a splitting headache, profound confusion, and uncontrollable vomiting. A brain scan confirmed the dire truth: a hemorrhagic stroke, a severe bleed within her brain. Not because of uncontrollable high blood pressure, not because of a fall, but because the synergistic effect of warfarin and this high-dose vitamin E had rendered her blood dangerously thin, unable to clot effectively. A single delicate vessel in her brain simply succumbed to the pressure. Here's the profound insight most individuals overlook. Vitamin E, in substantial doses, functions as a potent natural anticoagulant. This means it actively impedes blood clotting. If you are already undergoing therapy with aspirin, Plavix, or any prescribed blood thinner, and then introduce supplemental vitamin E, your propensity for internal bleeding silently escalates, particularly within the brain, where even a minor hemorrhage can devastatingly steal your speech, obliterate your memory, or rob you of your fundamental ability to walk independently. And consider this startling fact: the generally recommended daily intake for older adults is a mere 15 milligram, equating to approximately 22 IU. Yet, the vast majority of supplements adorning store shelves typically contain 200, 400, or even an astonishing 1000 IU per capsule. With no discernible warnings, no imperative for medical consultation, countless individuals consume them daily, year after year. Mrs. Evelyn survived her ordeal, but she now relies on a cane for mobility, and her short-term memory regrettably never quite fully recovered. Through heartfelt tears, she told me, "I merely wanted to improve my health. I had no concept I was actively inflicting harm upon myself." And it is this very sentiment that shatters my heart, because her experience is far from isolated. So many seniors erroneously believe that if it's a vitamin, it must inherently be safe. But the unvarnished truth is, not every vitamin guarantees safety, especially when you are already managing complex heart or blood pressure medications. It is absolutely non-negotiable to engage in a candid conversation with your doctor before integrating anything new into your supplement regimen. Now, if the unsettling prospect of a brain bleed wasn't sufficiently alarming, consider another vitamin, frequently promoted for nerve support and energy, which can quietly, insidiously damage your delicate nerves, sometimes irrevocably. Let's turn our attention to vitamin B6, commonly branded as a nerve support or brain booster. You've likely encountered these bottles at your local pharmacy, boldly claiming to enhance energy, sharpen focus, or even improve memory. Perhaps someone even genuinely suggested it was beneficial for aging nerves. However, here's the crucial warning most seniors are tragically never given. An excessive intake of vitamin B6 can, in fact, severely harm your nerves, potentially causing permanent damage. Allow me to illustrate with the story of Mr. Harold Jenkins, a resilient 76-year-old retired truck driver from Kansas. He first visited my office complaining of numbness in his feet, a persistent tingling in his hands, and a noticeably compromised sense of balance. Initially, he attributed these symptoms to the inevitable march of age. Then he began to fall. First once, then again, and terrifyingly, a third time, he sustained a head injury from hitting the bathroom floor. When I meticulously reviewed his complete list of supplements, the problematic element immediately leapt out at me. For over a year, he had been diligently taking a nerve support formula. The label grandly promised it would foster brain health and improve circulation, but concealed within each unassuming tablet was a formidable 100 milligrams of vitamin B6. He was consuming 2 tablets daily, translating to a staggering 200 milligrams every single day, over 10 times the recommended safe upper limit for seniors. Here's the chilling reality. Unlike certain vitamins that are readily expelled from your body via urine, B6 inexorably accumulates within your system over time. In older adults, this accumulation can catastrophically damage the vital protective coating surrounding your nerves, analogous to stripping the insulation off an electrical wire. The harrowing consequences include persistent tingling, debilitating numbness, profound muscle weakness, uncontrollable tremors, and even unsettling confusion or memory deficits. What exacerbates this danger is the insidious, gradual onset of symptoms. Many individuals mistakenly attribute these signs to arthritis, the natural progression of aging, or even early dementia. Yet in truth, it could very well be B6 toxicity, a slow, preventable form of nerve damage meticulously inflicted by a pill designed to help. And if not identified and addressed promptly, this damage can indeed become permanent. Mr. Jenkins was fortunate. We swiftly discontinued the supplement, and the progression of damage halted. However, he still requires the assistance of a cane, and he has sadly relinquished driving. He confided in me, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I had no idea I was systematically poisoning it." Let us be absolutely unambiguous. Vitamin B6 is undeniably vital, but only in infinitesimally small quantities. Older adults typically require merely 2 to 10 milligrams per day, and that figure includes the amounts naturally obtained from their food. Yet an alarming number of brain support pills, aggressively marketed online or in retail stores, contain 50, 100, or even 200 milligrams. This is not just superfluous, it is genuinely hazardous. So if you are currently taking any supplement emblazoned with labels like nerve, brain, or energy, immediately scrutinize the label. Understand your numbers. And please type B6 in the comments if you've ever consumed such a supplement or are acquainted with someone who has. You might be contemplating, at least some vitamins, like vitamin A, must be unequivocally safe. It's merely for eyesight, correct? Well, not precisely. Let's unveil the complexities of vitamin A. If you align with the majority of older adults, you've almost certainly heard of vitamin A's indispensable role in maintaining sharp eyesight. Perhaps you've even consumed it for its purported benefits to your immune system, skin health, or in the pursuit of graceful aging. However, here's the crucial caveat that almost no one communicates, especially if you are over 60. Too much vitamin A does not simply repose inertly within your system. On the contrary, it accumulates, and over time, this buildup can tragically elevate the pressure inside your skull, shockingly mimicking the symptoms of a stroke, imperiling your precious vision, and profoundly impacting your brain function. Allow me to share the compelling narrative of Miss Dorothy Simmons, a dignified 79-year-old retired piano teacher from Oregon. She nurtured a profound love for music, instructed her students from the cozy confines of her living room, and took immense pride in her unwavering independence. But one day, she began experiencing incessant headaches. These were soon followed by increasingly blurred vision, then disorienting spells of dizziness, and finally, unsettlingly slurred speech. Her devoted family naturally feared the direst outcome, a stroke. Yet when we performed her advanced brain scans, something astonishing surfaced. No clot, no bleeding. Instead, she presented with alarmingly elevated intracranial pressure, an excess of pressure contained within the confines of her brain. Her spinal fluid was backing up, and the minuscule veins within her brain were subjected to immense stress. The unambiguous cause? Vitamin A toxicity. For over 5 consecutive years, she had been meticulously consuming a high-dose skin and eye supplement, providing nearly 10,000 IU per day, every single day, utterly oblivious to the quiet harm it was inflicting. Here's the fundamental distinction. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. This means your body assiduously stores it in your liver, your various tissues, and yes, even within your brain. It does not simply flush out like water-soluble vitamins such as vitamin C or the B vitamins. And as we advance in years, our liver function naturally decelerates, allowing this perilous buildup to occur even more rapidly. When there is an excess of vitamin A in the body, it can culminate in a debilitating condition called pseudotumor cerebri, or a false brain tumor. The accompanying symptoms are harrowing: persistent headaches, double or severely blurred vision, unsettling dizziness, nausea, and, in tragic cases, even permanent vision loss or discernible cognitive decline. The insidious complexity lies in this: many standard multivitamins already provide the complete recommended daily allowance of vitamin A. Yet, unsuspecting individuals, much like Miss Dorothy, inadvertently double or even triple that intake by meticulously adding skin, eye, or anti-aging formulas on top. The safe upper limit for seniors hovers at approximately 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day, and even this should only be considered under meticulous medical supervision. But countless supplements widely available online contain 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, or even more. When ingested daily for months or years, it becomes chillingly evident how this quiet accumulating damage wreaks havoc. Miss Dorothy is slowly but steadily recovering, but she now requires frequent eye examinations, regular pressure checks, and ongoing balance therapy. Through emotional words, she told me, "I truly believed I was nurturing my body. I never once conceived it could harm my brain." And this is precisely why I feel compelled to share her story. Not to instill fear, but to empower you with the essential facts so you can vigilantly protect yourself and your cherished independence. Now, if the revelation about vision vitamins being risky didn't shake you, just wait until you comprehend what unfolds when a vitamin explicitly intended for cholesterol and heart health inexplicably and dangerously elevates your blood pressure. Let's deliberate on niacin, also known as vitamin B3, a vitamin you might have either taken yourself or been advised to consider for your heart. Niacin is frequently lauded as a natural panacea for lowering cholesterol. In fact, some physicians even routinely prescribe it. You'll also frequently encounter it in various heart health supplements, energy beverages, and an array of fortified cereals. However, here's the crucial detail that is frequently conspicuously absent from the ongoing discourse, particularly when considering older adults. Niacin, when taken in high doses, can clandestinely trigger profound, severe fluctuations in your blood pressure and in acute instances, even precipitate a stroke. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Frank Miller, a sprightly 82-year-old retired postman from Florida. He initially sought my counsel, complaining of a bizarre amalgam of symptoms: inexplicable hot flashes in his face, an unsettling pounding sensation reverberating within his chest, and intermittent bouts of debilitating dizziness that plagued him every single morning. His devoted wife attributed it to anxiety. His son swiftly blamed his existing blood pressure medications. But the true underlying cause was something no one had even conceived to investigate. Mr. Dennis had been faithfully consuming an over-the-counter heart-healthy supplement. The prominent front label boasted, supports cholesterol and circulation. The discreet back label, however, revealed a shocking detail, 1,000 milligrams of niacin per serving. He was ingesting it twice daily, accumulating a staggering 2,000 milligrams every day, over 60 times the minimal amount most seniors actually require. Here's the critical physiological response when you consume niacin in such astronomical doses. It causes your blood vessels to instantaneously expand, leading to the familiar flushed, warm sensation across your face. But mere moments later, those identical vessels violently snap back and constrict. This sudden, forceful tightening can precipitate an alarming spike in your blood pressure, exert immense strain on your heart, and drastically curtail vital blood flow to your brain. Over prolonged periods, this relentless yo-yo effect is akin to rhythmically tapping a hammer on delicate glass. Eventually, something irrevocably shatters. Mr. Dennis experienced what is medically termed a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, effectively a mini-stroke. His speech inexplicably slurred for a fleeting 2 minutes, then miraculously returned. He dismissed it as an anomalous fluke. I, regrettably, had to deliver the painful truth. His daily supplement, painstakingly chosen to fortify his heart, was silently and systemically sabotaging his brain. And Mr. Dennis's situation is far from unique. Numerous seniors unknowingly ingest high-dose niacin without ever comprehending its hidden dangers. They routinely purchase flush-free or extended-release versions online, operating under the dangerous misconception that these forms are inherently safer. Yet even these modified versions can still dangerously elevate blood pressure, provoke atrial fibrillation and irregular heart rhythm, and significantly disrupt blood sugar levels. Here is the undeniable truth you absolutely need to integrate. For older adults, any dosage exceeding 50 milligrams of niacin per day must only be used under direct, vigilant medical supervision. And if you are navigating high blood pressure, existing heart rhythm irregularities, or are currently on prescription medication, please scrupulously examine your supplement labels. Mr. Dennis is now off niacin, and thankfully, he is recovering well, having suffered no permanent damage. But he shared a profound insight with me that I will forever remember. Doc, I believed I was diligently doing everything right. I never knew I was thoughtlessly gambling with my brain. So, now that we've journeyed through 5 ubiquitous vitamins, each possessing the insidious capacity to quietly undermine brain health, you might be left with a pressing question. What should I take instead? Or more accurately, what should I truly eat? Let's shift our focus to real food, the kind that unequivocally shields and invigorates your brain without introducing unnecessary risks. By now, a potent question is likely stirring within you. If these widely accepted vitamins can be so precarious, what course of action should I pursue instead? This is an exceptionally pertinent question because the profound truth is, your body was never engineered to operate on pills alone. It was meticulously designed to unequivocally thrive on real food, wholesome, natural, intrinsically nutrient-dense food that your magnificent brain instinctively recognizes, effortlessly absorbs, and precisely utilizes in precisely the right harmonious amounts. Allow me to introduce you to Mrs. Margaret Wilson, a dignified 73-year-old retired school principal hailing from Arizona. When I first encountered her, she produced a drawer overflowing with a bewildering assortment of supplements: vitamin D for her bones, vitamin E for her heart, a B complex for surging energy, niacin for cholesterol management, a comprehensive multivitamin, and several others explicitly targeting brain support. "I'm doing everything meticulously correct, doctor," she confidently asserted. Yet, she was consistently experiencing spells of debilitating dizziness in the mornings. Her balance was precariously compromised, and her blood pressure continued its relentless ascent. Something unmistakably was not aligning. So, we embarked upon something truly radical. We systematically decluttered. One by one, we gently phased out the myriad pills and meticulously replaced them with pure, unadulterated food. No magical fad diet. No elaborate, demanding program, simply unadulterated whole foods consumed at the optimal times and in the most synergistic combinations. Here's what her typical breakfast evolved into: 1 perfectly boiled egg, providing lean, pristine protein, half an avocado, bursting with luscious, healthy fats, a single slice of robust whole grain toast, delivering slow, sustained energy, a generous handful of vibrant blueberries, teeming with potent brain-protective antioxidants, and a simple glass of room temperature water, ensuring optimal brain hydration. Occasionally, she might thoughtfully add a handful of nutrient-rich walnuts or almonds, and that was truly it. No powders, no pills, just real food, recognizable, wholly nourishing. Within a mere few weeks, Mrs. Maggie noticed a dramatic transformation. Her debilitating dizziness remarkably receded, her previously erratic blood pressure impressively stabilized, and her vivacious energy resoundingly returned. Most importantly, she declared that her mind felt profoundly clearer than it had in countless years. Here's the profound reason why this elemental approach worked so spectacularly. Your brain critically requires hydration, superior quality fats, a consistent supply of stable fuel, and a meticulously balanced array of micronutrients in their naturally occurring, bioavailable forms. It does not demand gargantuan megadoses. It craves harmony and equilibrium. Some of the most extraordinary foods for nourishing older adults encompass verdant, leafy greens like spinach and kale, brimming with essential folate and powerful antioxidants. Fatty fish, such as succulent salmon or protein-packed sardines, are replete with crucial omega-3 fatty acids that vigilantly protect brain cells. Vibrant berries provide an abundance of polyphenols, effectively diminishing inflammation throughout the body. An assortment of nuts and seeds generously offers vitamin E, magnesium, and other brain-fortifying healthy fats. Wholesome whole grains are paramount for meticulously maintaining stable blood sugar levels and championing healthy circulation. And never forget, these meticulously chosen foods not only vigilantly protect your brain, they simultaneously bolster your heart, strengthen your bones, uplift your mood, and enhance your overall mobility. You are not simply eating. With every deliberate bite, you are actively participating in profound healing. This serves as your final urgent wake-up call. Awareness remains the most potent medicine at this precious stage of life. Every conscious choice you make matters more profoundly than ever before. And the fundamental truth is this: it's not merely the pills you physically ingest, but rather the profound understanding you cultivate about them that genuinely protects your most invaluable asset, your well-being. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 years old simply does not metabolize supplements in the identical fashion it did decades past. Even profoundly well-intentioned habits, such as the routine consumption of daily vitamins, can silently, dangerously backfire if you do not approach them with absolute mindfulness and discerning care. This is precisely why unwavering awareness stands as your single most formidable medicine. You need not succumb to fear of vitamins, but you absolutely must afford them the profound respect they command. Diligently scrutinize those labels, engage in an honest, open dialogue with your trusted doctor, and most importantly, intimately listen to your own body, particularly when it gently whispers. If any part of this conversation resonated deeply within you, I urge you to share in the comments. What is one deliberate change you will implement, starting as early as tomorrow? If you found this information profoundly helpful, please honor us with a like so this vital message can reach countless others who need to hear it. And please subscribe to Health 365. Together, we can continue to learn, to grow, and to steadfastly remain strong. You are unequivocally not embarking on this vital journey alone, and remember, you are never, ever too seasoned to decisively reclaim authoritative control of your magnificent health.